Hey babies, I'm back at you. Hey! Today, I am doing the gravy part and the rice part to my ribs and rice. I told you I was making ribs and rice. And yesterday I showed you my raw slab of ribs and I had cut it down into portions. And then I showed you my pot with the riblets in it. And I had seasoned them and put some chevettas in it. Well, when I got off the camera, I said, well, let me try a little something different. I wasn't for sure how it was going to taste. That's why I didn't want to mention it. But I added some apple cider vinegar. Not a lot, just, a little, add a little bit of the texture of it because it says that it has ingredients that helps you. So I said, okay, let me try the applesauce vinegar because I put vinegar in my water anyhow. And a lot of people don't know. Chevettas is made of vinegar and spices. So I put a little of the apple cider vinegar in there because it's supposed to have antioxidants in it. And I also put some bay leaves in there. And I let my meat cook all the way down until it was no juice in the pan. And then I put them in this pan. Of course, I ate a couple plain, but I'm about to make my gravy to go with it. So for me, when I make gravy, sometimes I do it different ways, but today I'm doing it the skillet way. So I have my skillet, and I sprinkled some seasonings and some flour on there, and I'm going to put some more seasoning in there. And then I'm going to brown it on top of the stove with the cast iron skillet. So when I'm making it, I've always browned my seasonings and my flour until they done got like sludgy color, like mud more or less. And then after I do that, I'll sit up there and I don't have any cooking oil on me, so I'm going to throw a piece of margarine up in there and let it be what it's going to be and let it do what it's going to do. But I'm babysitting it, I'm not going fire. I'm taking my fork and I'm taking the back of it, mashing the seasonings and the flour into the pan. This is how I'm distributing the flour and the seasonings to make sure it gets 100% through. And yes, you just see me put in some more seasonings. And I have the stove eye on high. And I'm even put some more seasonings in it. One, because I like my seasoning. I like spicy food. And this is what my seasonings consist of. Also, two, I just like my food to be flavorful. These are the seasonings that I make that I told you I always cook all my food and vegetables with. I make my gravies with it. I do the whole nine with it. So, I'm just waiting for the high heat of the cast iron skillet to start burning it together. I don't put any type of oil in until after I see it's being burnt together and like a sludge. And then after I do that, I'll add my piece of margarine because the skillet will be hot. And then I'll let the margarine bubble down some. And I'll throw some water in there, some hot water. But what I do is I run my hot water out the faucet. I put some seasonings in my hot water that's in the glass or warm water or whatever. And put a little bit more flour in there. And then when I see that the butter, the margarine has melted all the way through my seasonings and it's at the color that I want for my gravy, then I'll add the water mixture in with a little bit of hot sauce. I ain't gonna lie, I like to put hot sauce in mine. So I'll add a little bit of hot sauce and a little bit more flour, so it'll be, getting the thickening that I want. Then I don't have to sit down and babysit it again. And then I'll be good to go. So hot sauce, seasonings and flour. That'll be like my roux. So here's my cup of water. I already poured it. I don't know if you can see it, but you should. Here's me adding my hot sauce. Because I'm only making this for me, so I don't have to worry about if anybody else is like it. But mostly everybody I deal with like hot stuff, so it works. I'll add a little bit of, if I can get it open. Might not. Okay. Let me see. Add a little bit of Tabasco sauce to the water. Because like I say, I like things that are spicy and hot. So we know Tabasco sauce don't have much in it. So that's how much of the Tabasco sauce. You know, just so it can have that spicy aroma. Okay. See, my seasonings is burning down. And my flour. Getting darker. Yeah, it takes a minute for the stove to heat up. Let's see if I can show you this. I don't know. So it's getting hotter. Let's see. So as you see, my seasonings is getting browner and browner now because we started out with like a beige yellow. And turn the fire down, so I ain't got time for that. To be fucking up. Okay. I'm going to take my piece of margarine that I cut off and put in there. Okay, now it's getting browner. Darker, like a roux. Oh, juice. Oh, juice. Might have to put another piece in. Who knows? I shouldn't. I don't want it to be bulky. I think I will put a little more piece of margarine in there. Just to make sure it's enough. Okay, now that's enough. Okay, now it's getting dark like I want. So I haven't added spices in yet. So here I go. Well, I'll just wait till I put it in. So I poured the cup of water with the hot sauce and Tabasco sauce in it. Taking some more seasonings. And put it in there. You have to adjust the seasonings to your palate on what you like. I might not like what you like. You might not like what I like. So you got to take enough to do what makes you happy. So now the hot water and the hot sauce and the Tabasco sauce I added in the skillet where I had been browning my seasonings and my flour at. And now it's just about stirring it in. I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning. I'm quite sure it should be alright. I like my gravy dark. And it is dark, so. And then after the water cooks out of the gravy, then I'm gonna add a little bit more flour in there. I'm not even gonna eye it in the cup. I'm gonna just take it and pour me a little bit more in here because I like my flour rather on the thick side. And then I'm gonna make me a thing of boiling bag rice, the brown rice. Okay, I will be done and my meal will be completed. I'm sitting up here taking my fork and whipping the extra flour I just put into the skillet with the margarine and the seasoning and the flour. So it's kind of, you know, like knots at the top. Right now it's not knots, but, you know, clumps, should I say. And I'm just taking them, separating them so I can let them cook down into making gravy. Now all I got to do is let the water cook down into the gravy. But what I'm going to do to make it a little easier, I'm gonna get my rag, my dish rag, excuse me, I know you can't see me. I like to clean as I go. And I'm gonna work on this gravy. And then I'm gonna be right back at you with the gravy, with the meal. Because you know how to boil rice. So I'm gonna be right back at you.